My name is Andrew White. I am delighted to be joined this afternoon by Dr. Andreas SCHWER, CEO and Managing Director of EOS, the Australian company best known for remote weapon stations, counter-UAS systems, and more recently, high-energy lasers, I suppose. Thank you for joining us, Dr. SCHWER.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
We'll dive straight in. My first question is, Eurosatory 2026 places strong emphasis on multi-domain superiority. So what does EOS see as its role in providing such capabilities to the customers today?
EOS has been pretty much an effector type of company producing laser weapons, remote weapon systems and other kind of effectors to the market. We recently acquired the French-based company MARS, one of the world-leading integrated counter-UAS companies, and with the acquisition we are not only becoming a French company, but we are very proud to be now a French company, but also the capability to offer to the client turnkey solutions for integrated counter-UAS systems, not only for land applications, also for naval applications on surface but also below surface. So that is making us now a system provider in a domain which is absolutely in the hotspot of our clients' needs, the anti-drone business. That makes us very proud, and that's our key message at this Eurosatory. We are now there with one of the world's best counter-drone solutions, made and developed in France for the French and the international market.
And can you give us a bit more color about the multi-domain aspects of the company, whether it's counter-drone, the remote weapon stations, high-energy lasers?
So our system is a very modular system. You can deploy it in containers, you can deploy it on vehicles, you can deploy it on on ships, even on airborne platforms. We have a system set up on our architecture where you can combine, again, naval kind of applications, identification and classification, and the interference with naval-based threats, but also land-based or airborne threats, which makes it an ideal multi-domain system. We are very proud that this is a tailor-made, a custom-made product for anti-drone business. So it's not a kind of downscale of a very complicated C4I system for which you pay hundreds of $millions. It's custom-made and specifically made for the protection of critical infrastructure. By that we can offer the system at a very, very attractive price, much lower than you expect from the classical kind of complicated C4I systems. And by that it's also a valid option for commercial customers, not only for military customers, also for customers in the homeland security market to protect civil and commercial infrastructure.
What would you say your main objectives are for Eurosatory 2026? Whether it's in terms of partnerships, identifying new markets, technology demonstrations, what are you looking to bring from this week?
I mean, we are still an Australian headquartered company. We are considering moving headquarters to Europe, and we see in Europe our biggest growth potential. So we have to increase our footprint and our presence in Europe. Again, with the acquisition of MARS, we have now a French entity, a strong operating entity based in Nice, southern France. We have a footprint in UK, which comes with MARS. And we are about to open up big facilities in the Netherlands and in Germany. So Europe for us is a key market, and Eurosatory is the leading fair and defense expo in Europe. That's the best place to be now, to pass on this message to the market, to the clients and to our industrial partners. That's the reason why we are here.
Okay, interesting. I mean, do you have any idea where and when a European headquarters might arise?
We plan to do the move over the next 12 months. The only question which is remaining is which country it is, whether it's Germany or whether it's the Netherlands. Those are two hot candidates for the location.
So Germany or the Netherlands?
Yeah, very likely, yeah.
Okay, interesting. And that's obviously on the back of you see Europe as, potentially your biggest customer in the near future.
Yeah, we expect obviously huge business potential from not only the German market and the Dutch market. We also see lots of other countries like the French market, where we probably can get lots of good revenue in the future, because we have unique products. We have highly innovative products which are much differentiated from what our competitors can offer, and by that we believe that we have good chances in many European countries. But we believe that the German market in particular and the Dutch market, because of our long-lasting strategic relationship with the Dutch government, those two markets, we probably at the forefront.
Okay, so interesting. You're very famous for your remote weapon stations, your counter-UAS systems. Are there any particular solutions you're promoting at Eurosatory this week that you'd like to tell our audience about?
Our remote weapon systems are world leading since the 1980s. We've invented the product remote weapon systems, and we have been the first contractor to the US Army in the 1980s. Since that, the company was never losing its leading position. We have never lost any kind of competitive live firing trial because of our superb accuracy. And in anti-drone business, it's all about security. The first shot matters because you have only a few seconds to engage against a kind of highly dynamic threat. And that's the reason why customers are more and more inclined to buy our type of products, because we offer this kind of superb accuracy and long-range capability. So yes, our remote weapon system, even if it's a kind of traditional type of product which we have in our product portfolio for many years, we remain a very important backbone revenue generator for the company.
Okay, and are you showing the high-energy laser as well?
I mean, the high-energy laser is a big beast in itself. So what we have at our booth is the beam director, and it's a new beam director which is capable to serve laser weapons up to 300 kilowatt. So what we are offering today to the market are integrated high-energy laser weapon systems up to 150 kilowatt. That is what we have commercialized. That is a kind of off-the-shelf product. But we are starting pretty soon the development of a 300 kilowatt laser weapon, which is unique in the world. And for this kind of product, we need also the respective beam director, which we already have developed. And that you can already see at our booth.
Okay, I mean, that's a very high output laser, isn't it?
It is. A 300 kilowatt laser weapon is not only providing you full protection against drone attacks, it has a full CRAM type of capability. That's what our clients are asking in the second step.
Okay, thank you. The contemporary operating environment is very fluid. It's evolving at pace, as we see in Ukraine. How do you and the company stay ahead of the curve of those demand signals from your end users?
We have our system in operation, and we have direct contact with the end user. So many of our people, including myself, have been traveling several times to Ukraine, talking to the people, not only in Kiev. We are talking with the people at the front line about their lessons learned, and we take into account their kind of feedback to improve our products for their actual demand. Same in the Middle East. We have more than 60 integrated counter-UAS systems in operation. We were shooting down more than 100 Shahed drones over the last 2 months, and many missiles and rockets. By the way, the last Shahed drone we were shooting down on Sunday, just a few hours before the peace signature has been given. So we have actual on-site experience, and we are with the client, and we see really what needs to be improved, and that makes us more attractive for the client because of our high level of agility.
And I assume the same goes for Asia Pacific.
The same applies obviously for Asia Pacific. So based in Australia, I mean, our headquarters in Australia allows us obviously to be very close to any client in the Far East. That remains a very important market for us. But again, we see the most of the growth in the future in Europe and in the Middle East.
Thank you. Eurosatory is all about long-term partnerships. So are there any collaborations, any enduring relationships that EOS, you would like to explain to our audience that you might be pursuing here or in the near future?
Yeah. So you're right. One of our key principles in how to access markets is entering into partnerships with local champions. That allows us to minimize our capex exposure on the one side, on the other side, to minimize time to market. And we usually sign at least one of those kind of partnerships at each of the defense shows. And tomorrow we will sign one of those kind of key partnerships. I cannot disclose you now the name, but tomorrow morning will be a very important point in time for the history of the company, Electro Optic Systems, and we will publish it the day after.
Okay, exciting news. Is it a European company?
I can't comment on that right now, sorry.
Okay, I won't push you any further. Any concluding remarks, Dr. SCHWER?
Yeah. The laser weapon business is now at the stage of commercialization. We are one out of 2 companies which can only offer 100 kilowatt laser weapon systems now to the commercial international market. I am pretty sure that this will be transformative for the way of how you protect your own infrastructure and how you defeat not only drones but also other kinds of threats in the future. Because it makes you independent from ammunition supply, and the cost per shot is simply peanuts. It's a few dollars per shot only. That's the reason why we believe that we are best positioned as one of the key stakeholders in this domain, as probably the only company owning all IPs from A to Z, to make a big story out of that for the benefit of our clients worldwide.
And that is a very compelling business case in air defense, isn't it, to lower the cost of intercepts?
Absolutely. I mean, even the Middle East, which is not short of cash, they cannot afford on the long run to shoot down very simplistic drones, which cost you $10,000 to produce, with a missile which costs you hundreds of $1,000 or even millions of dollars. There is no commercial case behind the economics. The equation doesn't work. Even the rich countries have decided in the Middle East to invest now into laser weapons, and we are very optimistic also to sign laser weapon deals in the Middle East for those countries to help them reducing their cost for defense.
Fantastic. Dr. SCHWER, thank you very much for joining us. Dr. SCHWER, EOS CEO and MD. Thank you.
Thanks for your time.